You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
What's up, punters and dribblers? Welcome back to the Hello Sport Podcast. I have unqualified opinion and unwavering bias. Good vibe in the office today, Edward. It's been a good, everyone's just been getting around, having a laugh, bit of a chuckle.
Mate, well, we had a few drinks on Friday night. I think it's just sort of brought us
Bonding
all closer,
session. Yep.
Brought us all closer together. All loving each other and fucking, all that nice stuff.
Yeah. Team
Positivity.
bonding. Yeah,
Team bonding, very important.
it is. We've
Very
got
important.
Cody Scroats over there. He's got his own mic now. Welcome.
Well done, Scrots.
Thank you. Good to be here. Good to be here. Shout out to the dribblers that called for it as well.
Yeah, they
Appreciate
did. They
you.
called for it. And listen, sometimes you got to listen. You don't always have to listen, but sometimes you do have to listen.
Sometimes you have to listen.
But now it's like it's gone from just you and me sitting on a couch to five.
You could argue too many mics.
Party of five.
You could argue too
Way
many
too
mics.
many mics. They come in when they're asked to, though, at least.
Correct. You will not be just speaking freely.
No, this isn't a free for all.
No, it's not.
Great weekend, Eddie, and it's a great sunny day today, which is nice. But I think more importantly than anything else, we are fucking officially quiz guys.
Big quiz, guys.
Yep.
It's not the creme de la creme of quizzes. We understand
we
that
get
it
that.
wasn't in the Good Weekender.
No.
We get that.
But it was
I'm
in the
not an
Super-
idiot.
It was in the Super Sunday quiz. For those of you living under a rock, metaphorical otherwise, we were in a quiz. We were a quiz question in the Super Sunday quiz in the Sydney Morning Herald on Sunday, which world famous sporting podcast is known as the Home of Unqualified Opinion Unwavering.
And we
Bias.
weren't even the hardest question,
We were in the intermediate questions.
which
That kind of means like that you should know this a little bit.
that's exactly what it means. Understandably, not in the easy questions.
But you know what was after us? A question about fucking John Farnham.
Exactly.
So
that's harder to get.
But that feels right. Hello Sport, John Farnham.
John Farnham, Hello Sport. Well, it's Hello Sport first.
Yeah.
But 33rd in
Yeah.
the intermediates, that assumes that most of the nation needs to know it.
33, a number that's just like it's a number for me now. It's a number for the show.
It was
means
always
something.
a beautiful number.
It was always a good number.
It was always a beautiful number.
But now it's even like I'm looking for 33s everywhere. I had a bet yesterday on 3 and 3 either side. We all got on that, didn't we? Did you get on that bet?
Yeah, it didn't get up.
Didn't get up, no. But that's right,
close, though.
But the problem there is
Well,
firstly,
Jesse Ramian doesn't score.
Jesse Ramian never scores. It's,
At the end.
It's a 3 and a 3, not 33.
Jesse Ramian never scores.
No.
That was the problem.
That was the
with
problem.
the bet.
And Tobler pointed it out. That's also sometimes can be a
Yeah,
problem.
which is always disappointing.
But listen, there is now like a clear, like when you're sort of looking at core samples of soil and shit, like where it's like, oh, this was before the late Triassic, this is or whatever else it is, this was before the younger
Well,
dryas.
the core samples from the Arctic or Antarctic. You know.
Yeah. So this is
How much
now
oxygen was there in the air? You
Yeah.
can just say there was this amount of dribble in the atmosphere.
in the atmosphere in 2024 when Hello Sport became a quiz question. It's a before and after thing for us as a business.
BQ, AQ.
Yeah, before quiz, after quiz.
We're now in an AQ world, which I'm really enjoying.
I
I
s-
thought it was complete bullshit. I thought that's a great stitch up from the dribblers and the punters and dribblers.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we live in a time where Photoshop rules supreme, and you can never really trust a post on its merits.
No. Well, you can't you can't trust anything. Is this AI?
So you got to get down, and Tom did. He got down the shops, bought a couple of papers, and sure enough, big
There
quiz
we
guys.
sat. There we
Big quiz guys in the intermediate section, which I'm not getting over anytime soon.
No.
Intermediate?
Yeah.
Not even the hard
Not even the hard questions with John Farnham.
Johnny F considered a harder question than us. I know he's getting on, but shit. He's a big deal.
Well, so he's a fucking huge deal.
Yeah.
It just makes sense. Now, I did send the photo to my dad, said, your son's a quiz guy now. Left me on red.
Did he?
Yep. Now, I don't know that he knows that I can see that he's read it because he doesn't understand technology. Just left me on red.
Yeah, but
Thanks, Dad. Appreciate you, bro.
I actually sent it to my family. They were proud of me. I sent it to Tim Dumbrell, and I was like, mate, you should be able to get this one. He actually thought it was what Roy and HG said. And I'm like,
Get fucked. Did he really?
fuck you, Tim. Fuck you. That was a layup of all time. And he's like, no, I'm sure they said it. I'm like, if they said it, don't you think that
we would be the greatest thieves of all
it
time.
would have been pointed out, potentially.
Jesus.
Anyway,
and listen,
he was embarrassed and rightly so.
Well, he should be embarrassed, Tim Dumbrell. I'm looking right at you right now. Look at me. You should be embarrassed. But also, backhanded compliment because he thinks that we've said something funny enough that Roy and HG would say. You know what I mean? And Roy and HG, we bow at their feet. We suckle on their testes.
There's a compliment there. There is.
But it's disrespectful.
But it's also disappointing.
Because he's your father-in-law.
Correct. And he should know better.
He's like, and he's one of the official father-in-laws of the podcast. And it hurts me. Almost as much as it hurts you.
Well, it hurts the brand.
Yeah, it hurts the brand, but it hurts you and me.
Yes.
It hurts a couple of boys.
Yes.
Who just want the approval
of
their
father
father-in-law.
figures. Yeah, that's right.
So my dad just rejected me flat out.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Seen it, fuck you, don't care.
Yeah.
Whereas Tim just doesn't even know what we do.
And I'm not sure, I can't trust Dad's response. It might have been follow the fucking... He can be a bit of a sheep in the old WhatsApp something.
Like he sees
he's like,
the
he's seen everyone
comments.
else say well done. He's like, well done. You know,
he doesn't know what he's saying.
like I can't say for sure that's what happened, but it wouldn't shock.
If that was how it went
Wouldn't
down.
shock. No.
Anyway, look, it's all right.
Just in a quiz and that. I wonder who put us in.
I know. Because I was reading the names. I'm like, I don't know who these fucking people are. I mean, it's a Super Sunday quiz, but I don't know who the creators of the Super Sunday quiz are. Like, were they? They must be dribblers.
Well, they'd have to be, right?
They'd have to be. You would think.
Or driblets.
Or driblets. But, dribblets are dribblers. It's just a nice way to delineate between genders.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
That is correct.
Yeah.
You are a dribbler technically if you have a vagina.
Yeah, listen. Sometimes we
want to make you feel a little extra special,
then we'll
so
call
you
you
get your
dribbler.
own special name.
Yep. Correct. Anyway, I just think it was important for you and I to acknowledge that it feels like you make it once you're in a quiz.
So you think it's important to point out that the most important thing to ever happen to us needs to be pointed out?
Yep.
I think that's
more
than reasonable.
Yeah, it's almost self-evident.
Listen, if it wasn't Monday morning, we had something to do this afternoon, I'd be popping the fucking Verve. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, it's a Verve and mud cake sort of an event. And maybe we still do it. Maybe we just do it on Friday when we're in the Gold.
We could do it on Wednesday.
We could do it on Wednesday.
Listen, we
could do it on Wednesday.
We're big shoot guys again today.
Yeah, sorry. We're huge film set guys.
This will be our third shoot in Second shoot.
Well, if you want to go since like December.
Okay, so third, fourth since then.
Yeah.
Fifth even. Couple of shoots.
Action. That was a film set thing. I was just checking if you fucking got it.
Yep.
Quiet
Take
on
two,
set.
film C.
Quiet on set.
Set B.
Quiet on set. All right, Tom and Eddie, go for it.
Sound, rolling.
Yeah.
Camera A, rolling.
Speeding.
Speeding.
So, sorry.
Come
everyone.
on.
Fuck. We're
You
back
wouldn't
on
get
set.
that. You wouldn't get any of that. Not unless you've worked on the big films.
Back on set today. So we don't have time to dilly-dally getting down to Auto Alley. We got to get
where they're going to make you smile. Dun. You get that? If you don't get that, you can fucking
get out.
Get out right now because it's the end of you and me. It's too late. And I can't wait for you to be gone.
You to be gone.
Because I know about her and I wonder how I bought all the lies.
Said that you would treat me right.
It was just a waste of time. Waste of time.
Anyway. Oh, fuck, it's good to be back at work on a Monday. Is it work? Could you call it work? I wouldn't. Manly got up. We will get to that because it is important we get to it. What are you looking at there, mate? Just
Ella, message, show.
She good?
She's all right. Just asking a question she knows the answer to.
I wanted to talk about one of our 50 producers that we've got here with microphones. Tommy Dobler over there.
Yep.
Who's come in this morning fucking...
With a pep in his step?
Well, a pep in his step and sort of limping around like, oh, fuck, me legs are so sore.
He said that
he said it a few times. I want to... And there's a bit of me in this as well in terms of like I can empathise with the man, so I'm not coming from an elitist position here.
No.
But I did find it rather humorous that he was like... he thought he was having a heart attack this morning. Now, that's not funny, but he wasn't actually having a heart attack. It was a raucous indigestion from...
So I wasn't here. How does he bring that up with the.
Well, I just hear that being spoken
With
about.
the office.
So I don't. He went to the gym yesterday.
Yep.
And to celebrate his good work at the gym, he celebrated with a 4-cheese pizza with extra cheese.
4-cheese pizza with extra cheese.
No, there wasn't any extra cheese, but
Oh,
it felt
bullshit.
like it. You don't
Bullshit.
need much extra when
Did
you've
you
got
get stuffed
4.
crust?
Normal crust, but got a garlic bread as well on the side.
To celebrate legs.
To celebrate legs.
Well, it was the first time I'd been to the gym 3 times in a week, so my momentum's back. Did legs and shoulders on a Sunday, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to treat myself tonight.
Did you treat yourself on Friday night?
Yeah, I guess you could call
What'd
it
you eat on
that.
Friday night?
So we were at the pub.
Yeah, but what'd you
and
get?
I had a chicken palmy.
Yep.
And then there was like people didn't finish the pizza or their hot wings or the wedges that were doused in chicken salt. So I was just helping share the load
Gravy.
of, I didn't want it to go to waste.
It's like when
So,
you put your plate on the ground for the dog to just come and pick up the scraps.
He was grazing.
yeah, a bit of pizza, hot wings, wedges, palmy.
Yeah, had a bit of
So-
tonker about him on Friday night.
Yeah, some serious tonker energy. So that wasn't treating yourself. That was
No, that was just
That was mopping up mess.
that was exactly
okay,
right.
it's cleaning.
Not the same thing.
No, you're right.
But I was starving as well because I'd been to the gym twice already by that point.
As studio manager,
Friday night.
he was just like, "Listen, I can't let that go.
I can't
on."
leave mess
No,
It's a bad look. It's a bad look on the company.
as the studio management.
that's right. The new market was heaving Friday night.
Oh, was it?
Pumping.
I had to
awesome.
go home sadly, but I was
Mate, Newmarket Friday night's a vibe. A lot of high vis in there, which I liked because you just know that there's blokes that have worked hard.
Well, fucking hard day's work like you and I.
Yeah.
Tough week, end of a tough week.
You
Tough.
see, you go in there with soft, supple
soft
podcasting
podcast
hands.
hands.
Maybe you don't fit in, but that's okay. Couple of dribblers in there, good to see. And people just enjoying their Friday nights. Great energy in there. Fucking great.
Okay, well that's another one.
Huge screens as well. It's actually a great
No, the new
pub.
market's actually
It's actually a
legit.
fucking good pub. So just shout out to that.
Shout out to him.
Well, good on you, Tobler. What'd you do in the how long were you in there for? 20 minutes or something?
No, about 45.
Okay.
45. Did a
rounding up
1K erg on the rower to warm up.
1K. What splits?
20 minutes.
Pretty. It took me like 4 minutes and 10 seconds to do 1 kilometre.
About 4 minutes and 10 seconds.
So
you're
what's
doing
that?
about 205s. That's not bad.
It's okay.
I actually don't believe you.
It was pretty slow. And then, squats, leg press, hamstring curls, shoulder press.
So it wasn't a leg day.
Shoulder. It was legs and shoulders.
So what leg stuff did you do?
I just said squats,
Yeah.
leg press, and the hamstring curls where you got to lie down and like grip on and then like kick your
Are
legs
squats
back.
and leg press pretty much the same thing.
I guess kind of just different angles.
Wiramu, do you have any answer there? You're a gym.
They're a bit different.
Yeah, but I just feel like leg press doesn't hit your glutes as much as the squat does.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay.
And he's got a bum on him.
Oh, he's got a thing.
Wiramu.
He's got a thing.
He's got a bum on him.
He's got a thing.
He's
got a thing.
Anyway, good on you, Tobler. I'm happy for you, mate.
Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't a heart attack. But watch out for indigestion.
So-
That'll get you.
Yeah, what was that?
What
was
caused the
morning like?
indigestion? Did you have your good day on the weekend?
I didn't.
Fixes gout, apparently. That's not me speaking.
No,
That's
someone
a dribbler.
actually just.
I forgot to
But
restock.
it does help with your indigestions of the world.
Certainly does. Taking the world by storm, by the way, punters.
Helps with bloating.
Could have used
Helps
that.
with energy, obviously. That's what. And listen, this has just become an ad for Good Day, but the most tangible benefit you will feel immediately is the energy it gives you through the day. This is what we've found through, like everyone's saying. But then, obviously, in the background, it's also fucking helping you with mental clarity. It's helping your liver cleanse. Fucking sleep.
gout, etc. But everyone's like, mate, I'm just drowning in energy.
And like all the dribblers are onto it, and now like people beyond the dribblers are starting to get onto it.
Oh,
They're starting
listen.
to hit us up, starting to reach out. Oh, but a good day.
Listen.
Hey,
No one's
get
had
on
a bad.
board.
No one's had a bad experience. It's selling the fucking lights out.
Listen, you can't have a bad day when you're having a good day.
Bang. That wasn't an ad either.
That was not
just
a fucking
we're
ad.
just talking about our lives, and it came up.
It just came up naturally.
Came up organically. Tommy Tobler over there got a bad case of the gout, and he didn't have his good days. So
No.
it's pretty obvious why.
Why? Shout out to everyone who sent me lovely messages and my wife lovely messages regarding our scenario last week. Car's been found.
What state's it in?
We don't know.
How the fuck don't you know?
Well, as in, it's not like burnt out, but
surely someone can tell you.
yeah, it's not burnt out. But that's basically all they can tell us. And then
Why?
because they then have to get and this is my wife dealing with this shit. But like, so then it needs to be assessed. Then the insurance company has to take it to their own independent mechanic and work out what the state of it is, how badly it was thrashed, whether it can be written off. People are telling me you probably want to get it written off, but obviously only if it's got anything wrong with it. But so now we're in that phase.
Mate, when mine got stolen, I go, what sort of nick's it in? The bloke's like, let me find out. And he called me back. He goes, apparently there's nothing wrong with it. No scratches. I go, sweet.
Yeah.
Move on. Who's like, I don't understand why they're making you go through the ringer here. Surely someone can go, it's not scratched. It's not.
Yeah, no, there's no scratches on it.
That's great.
But it's about the engine, like whether it's been completely fucked because it was being driven.
But surely, but if I can just play the other side, those cars are made to get thrashed.
That's what I would have thought as well.
Like
Me and Steph were saying the same
they're
thing.
made like they've
People were
got
saying, like,
speed limiters and shit on them. They're made to go 200k.
That's what I was
they're
like.
fucking for.
When they were sort of telling us like,
Thrash?
oh, you
What are
know,
you
like
talking
if it
about?
goes 200k's, like it'll fuck it down the
Bullshit.
road. I'm like, I don't want to just ride a car off for the sake of it because it's been like stolen. Like I like the car, and like it went 200k's. Like I've driven let's say 130. You know, sometimes you're on the highway and you don't realize when you're fucking going like quicker than you are.
Mate, that thing would gobble
What I mean
up.
is though, I'm saying like if you're doing that, it's only doing 70 more.
Well, I'm
I
not.
don't, it's just maybe if they're doing like doughies and shit.
I'm not a car. Yeah, but the doughies and shit would show up in other ways. I'm not a car dribbler,
Neither.
so I don't know for sure. But I am of the opinion, unqualified as it may be, that a lot of cars out there can do 200 on their ear.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, maybe if it's a little echo and you've revved it to Timbuktu and it's doing 200 and it's fucking revved up to 8,000
Yeah.
for like half an hour, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe she's no good then. But surely these things gobble up 200.
I would have thought so, Edward. That's why I was a little bit
Madness.
shocked. But listen, it's going to take a fucking while to work it all out. So
That's annoying.
it is annoying, but it is what it is. Who gives a fuck? We move on. We press on. But I just wanted to say thanks to everyone because there's some very nice messages.
Beautiful.
Yep. How was your weekend though, mate? Did you go all right? Did you do much?
Friday night, we had a good time. Wasn't too late. Got up Saturday. It was raining, drizzling a bit, which is just where I get into my blood.
Rainy eastern suburbs weekend days when you got fucking nothing to do. I mean, I'm sure wherever you live, but that's where I live.
It was a big sleep in. It was Shogun.
How many
whatever.
eps you watched?
4, I think.
Okay.
4 or 5.
Catch
4.
ya.
Rugby league. It was Little L's. It was fucking BLT for brekkie.
Into a Little L's.
Into a Little L's for an early dinner.
And was Ella away?
She was out with the girls. Into a McFlurry. Delivered. So good.
Yeah, it's
You know, it was that sort of day. And then yesterday, me and Ella, we went out for breakfast and then flopped on the couch all day.
Seemed like you went a fair way out of. I saw it like on one of your Instagrams. It was like you're in Marrickville for breakfast or something.
Went to Newtown, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We'll often do that.
That's a long way for a brekkie. That's
15
just
minutes.
freedom, though, isn't it?
15 minutes from my house.
From Paddo to Newtown?
Yeah.
Sunday traffic?
15 minutes.
Wow.
On the way back, it was a bit of a cunt because
Good run.
the AFL was on.
Did the Swannies get up?
Don't know. Don't care.
I saw fucking. Well, no, we did. We got a friend. I saw
they
Ramps
did.
on the way to the game.
Did you?
Yeah, he was
Just give him a
driving.
holler?
Yeah, it's fucking oath that it. He's at the traffic lights in his Swans polo. I'm like, oi,
He's walking to the game.
in his car,
Oh, right.
traffic lights,
Sure.
on his way to the
Didn't
game.
hear that. Didn't hear that. Well, chose not to.
You chose not to. You didn't listen. Did
Mate,
they win?
Yeah, 110 to 57 against Gold Coast.
Oh, easy.
110 to 57. Oh, a butt fucking.
The Suns suck.
Yeah.
Suns suck.
Where are the Swannies on the ladder?
They are second
Fuck yeah, Swannies.
after Geelong.
Should we go to another game?
Yeah, we should.
We should ask Ramps, who we know well enough, but not well to ask him for shit. But I think we may as well. Just
Oh,
ask him for shit.
we could probably
We could
message
do
him
it
and just go.
Can you give
a
us like
box.
the fucking the family, friends and family treatment?
I wouldn't mind being wine and dined at 69
What about
in a
Papley?
box.
We know Papley as well.
Come on, box time. It's box time.
Give us some box work.
It's box time.
Yeah,
It's definitely box time.
I'd like to work a fucking AFL box.
There's absolutely no doubt in my mind, Tom, that it's box time.
Yeah.
Just is.
Yep.
Just a little shout out to Jack Edward Archdale, who will be going up to the Gold Coast this Saturday. We'll be
Yeah.
up there too, commentating.
Podcast Royale.
Podcast Royale. Should we be telling people to buy it and shit?
Yeah, I don't know exactly where you can buy it or what's going to be happening, but the Podcast Royale tickets are all sold out for the event itself, but then it is going to be on pay-per-view. We are commentating with the Green Machine, Danny Green, which is very, it's ridiculous. But we'll be up there in furs and tuxes, you best believe. Josh punching on.
Yeah.
Second, is he co-main?
He's co-main with Groper, who is a big man.
Jeff Athletic is in his corner.
Listen, it's worth tuning in just to see our reaction to Jarch's fight. If he wins, I'll be losing. If he gets knocked out, I'll be losing it.
Yeah.
It's good stuff either way. His pride will be immeasurably damaged. He'll never come back.
I love him so much. There is a part of me that wants to see him lose because of the damage it'll do to his pride.
He won't recover.
No.
He won't recover. He won't bounce back, in my opinion. No. I think he'll just be irrevocably damaged.
Yep. Much like maybe like my car. Maybe you have to write him off.
Ego-wise. So we want him to win, but...
we also want him to lose.
We also...
Can you get the Podcast Royal up? I just want to actually check who the main cards are. Because then we've also got the Bloody Brilliant Beers are fighting on there.
Klutz is fighting Tommy, I think.
Yeah. And then fucking Das is fighting a dude from the Reggie's podcast who...
he's fighting that red nut who looks dangerous.
It looks like he's dangerous. www.livecombatsports.com.au to buy the pay-per-view.
That's livecombatsports.com.au if you want to hear your heroes.
From 4:30 p.m. on Saturday.
Stream worldwide, $30. That's all it is. That's fucking good, honest. That's good, honest fucking pay-per-view.
Punters and dribblers, you know the drill. Good day. Good day multivitamin is taking the world by storm. People are getting fucking blown away. Knickers and pantyhose getting blown clean off. This is the real deal. Selling like hotcakes. Word of mouth taking over. There's no bullshit about this. Okay, the latest fucking review. This is unreal. 5 stars. Good Day does everything it describes and more. I received my first batch when I was unwell, and it did a great job of getting me through the back end of each day when I started to crash. Tick. Some people may think there is bias if you are fans of the Hello Sport Boys. But to disprove this, I convinced my wife to jump on board. She was amazed with how well it got her through the work days and improved her sleep. This will be at the top of the shopping list from now on.
There you go. And that's it.
There's no bias there, mate.
No.
That's just a wife, potentially a mother, trying to get through the day without crashing and wants to sleep well at night.
Obviously, we're maybe you could say skew more male on this podcast. Maybe. I don't know if that's true or not. But this is not something where it's like, oh, this is a bloke's multivitamin. This is for everyone.
This is a multivitamin for human beings.
Yeah, this is a human
Homo
being.
sapiens. Yeah. You know why? Because we're all fucking deficient in shit because we don't eat properly.
That's right. And as I said earlier on, the energy is the most tangible, immediate benefit you get from Good Day.
And mental clarity.
Clarity, but there are many other health benefits that you get from there. Head to begoodhealth.com.au. You can find out everything you want to know about the product itself, and you can also get yourself some Good Day right now, whether it's just a one-off monthly just to try it out, or you can subscribe. begoodhealth.com.au.
And why not just read the 161 5-star reviews?
That's it.
161.
Make smart decisions. Take your nutritional health seriously. It's the least you can do. I think people think that we're sincere, or that I was sincere when I put up that quote video, the quiz video. When I'm like, fuck, man, like Sydney's second biggest newspaper quiz. Like, fucking people are like, dude, so sick.
I thought you were being a bit sincere as well.
Are you fucking serious?
I was.
Guys?
I was
it's
like,
a quiz in a newspaper.
But it's a nice moment, Tommy.
Listen, it's cool. Like, there's not. But I'm like putting a video out there for a fuck. You know what? Keep this in. Keep this in. Like,
fucking did well on Instagram.
Fucking.
You were being sincere.
Streety sent us some. I was just going fucking with the claps. Like, congrats on the quiz, boys. I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, it's not. I'm not happy about it, but I don't like. We're joking here, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ, dude. I sent it to Dad, and I was like, I think people think I'm serious. And then he just leaves me on red. I'm like, fuck, Dad.
Again. The double red.
This is the whole thing. I sent him the thing.
Right.
Fucking hell. Anyway.
Okay.
Should we get in a bit of rugby league? We do it
Thanks
for
to
KO?
our dear friends at KO. Best in the business.
Yep.
Again, every game live and ad-free, only on KO. You know the drill. And I'm here to drill it into you once more.
Yep.
We started Thursday night. Now, the streams will be back, punters and dribblers.
They will be back. They will. We are working around the clock.
feverishly in the background.
So close.
Eddie and I have not been off the blower, just trying to fucking get this internet.
You want to see what a pounded blower looks like? It's when Tom and I are finished with it.
Yeah, we haven't stopped working. You think it's all bloody, long blacks and good days
and pool
and pool.
You'd be incorrect and sets.
Yeah, you'd be incorrect.
And film sets and stuff.
Film sets and high flying.
No, we work
questions.
that. We work the blower.
Yeah,
we're blowermen, and we work them.
Yeah,
it's hard to see how frustrated you guys get on the blower as well. Like
I know because we keep getting
hard to watch.
We keep getting the run around, but we are close. Are we, Tobler? What did I tell you? We were.
I believe you told me that we are waiting from a call back.
Yes,
for a technician to come out. I'm pretty sure that's what you told me.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think you told me that we should get that call back in the next couple of days. So
that's right.
I'm pretty sure you were pretty excited about that.
Yeah,
that's exactly how I remember it.
Yeah.
So we're waiting on a technician to call us back, and then they're going to come around and we're going to hook it up, and we'll be
back.
We'll be back and ripping and horny.
As of right now, we are still horny, but we're not ripping on the streams. You and I were in Melbourne anyway for this game, so we wouldn't have been able to do the stream because we were down there for possibly set life, shortest day of work ever.
It was the shortest. I loved it. Loved every second of it.
No complaints.
But it was
half an hour
max.
It was, and
possibly less.
And you know what? It was a.
I'm not ruling out 20 minutes.
It was It was a really rewarding 30 minutes.
Yeah, well, 20,
30 minutes, but it was 30 minutes, 20 minutes nonetheless to go down to Melbourne. We basically spent the majority of our time in Melbourne. In fact, we spent like 4 hours at the pub.
We're at the Wild Geese.
Yeah,
in Brunswick. We spent most of our time there. Shout out to the dribbler who's cooking up our chicken and
Douglas?
Doug, man, yeah. He made a delicious pie. Chicken and leek.
Not a big deal. Should we talk a bit of rugby league? The Storm beat the Roosters. Sure, it was a close game.
I tell you, listen, you watch this game and you realise why Joseph Sua'ali'i hasn't scored much this year.
Yeah.
Well, not at all even. Because he doesn't get the footy.
He doesn't get the ball.
No one passes it to him.
No one passes. So Eddie and I were sitting there at the Wild Geese in Brunswick.
Eating chicken and leek.
Chicken and leek.
We had a Guinness too.
We had a Guinness, couple of whiskeys, fresh off the back of a brave rewarding 20 minutes worth of work. And we're like, let's just have a punt here. Let's enjoy ourselves. So we said, hey, let's put something in the account and we'll get on Xavier Coates. And we're like, fuck yeah. Then what happens?
No, but we go Xavier Coates, that's it.
That's it. Just
Done,
Xavier Coates.
Easy, chilled.
Done.
Xavier Coates, he'll score for sure. Done. And then you think to yourself, ooh.
What about if we threw in a Sua'ali'i?
But is Joseph back on the wing? Yeah, he is, bro.
Dude, of course he hasn't been scoring in the centres. Now he's on the wing.
Let's move him out further.
What we didn't pay attention to is the fact that Joey Manu was the centre.
And
he doesn't
his
pass.
half was friend of the show, Connor Watson, who's not usually there. So it's a little bit.
I'm not prepared to blame Connor for a single thing. I think Connor would have loved for Sua'ali'i to score. I think Joey Manu, hey, Golden Boot winner, phenomenal rugby league footballer. Far be it for me to criticise the great and powerful Joey Manu, but what is a feature of his game is that he hates to pass the ball. And we should have thought about that before we threw fucking Sua'ali'i.
So a more prudent bet would have been Coates into Manu.
Yeah, or just Coates. And we threw the bet anyway. Yep. If we'd just thrown the bat at Coates, it would have been slightly less, but it would have been rewarding.
Correct. Now, if I'm a Roosters fan, I'm starting to get a little bit annoyed because your team's so good on paper, but you're just not that good.
But they're also not that bad.
But they're not that good.
No, they're not that good.
They don't win big games anymore.
They don't win much. They don't really win much. And that's no disrespect. The Storm, again, just winning tight ones. Storm are just really, really good at winning tight ones. I've been saying it all year, and they've been doing it. But they
They've lost to Melbourne Storm. This is the Roosters. Then they 2-point win against the Knights, who stink. Then they lose to the Dogs.
Dogs are good. I've been saying it.
Yeah, but they weren't good at the time, Tom. They lost to the Panthers. Like, where are they at on the ladder? They're 11th.
Where are we on the ladder?
5th.
Oh, entrenched, dude.
5-time.
Entrenched.
5th, baby. So the Roosters are
Entrenched.
coming 11th with that side, and it's just, they're not that good.
No.
They're just not.
The Storm might be the least, like, of any team that, like, they're almost like robotic. They have no personality. Like, Munster has personality, but as a team, like,
No, there's
they're
personality in the
robots.
team.
Yes, but the team is just robotic, bland.
It's AI.
It's AI, dude. It's AI.
And they play AI rugby league.
They do.
How can we be efficient and win the game?
We must win the game here. How
We
do we
must
do
win
it?
the game. We will not beat ourselves. You will have to beat us.
We are behind. How do we come from behind? Congratulations on another win.
So robotic,
They're
so boring.
robotic, dude.
It's-
Fuck the Storm.
Their biggest win this season's only been by 8 points.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Of course. Just
It's robotic rugby league.
We don't need to score more points than we need to win.
All you need to do is score up more points than the opposition, and you will secure 2 points. That's Storm footy.
That's rugby league. That's Storm rugby league. It's AI and it's fucking scat. But like two teams I don't care about. I actually
Try put 60 on in a match and
Yeah.
get the dub.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'd say. Just try to do that.
Try to do that.
Try put 60 on.
I prefer the Roosters to lose than the Storm in terms of like teams I hate.
I have always subscribed to this mantra. Roosters must always lose.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. And Guru's worried about
Rooster.
Trent Robinson.
Oh, is he starting to worry now?
Yeah,
as well?
he just doesn't like the press conferences Trent's doing. A lot of whinging.
Lot of whinging.
And not enough sort of self-reflection. You know, blaming the refs a lot for games they've never looked like winning.
Yep. Listen, you and I have been. We broke we're news breakers. here,
We
obviously.
checked the tapes. We've been saying it for years.
And that's no disrespect to the great Trent Robinson. We are just calling it as we see it. The man, not a great coach. Can't coach is what we're hearing.
Well,
what we're
no,
saying.
you and I have always said this. You need an immortal or a rung below immortal half to get the job done at the Roosters. And at the moment, they don't have that.
No.
Thus not winning. So you need like a Cronk. You know, if Cleary went there,
Yeah.
they'd go pretty
Yeah.
well.
Well, I hear they're looking at him.
Are they looking at him?
Yeah,
are
they're
they?
looking at Cleary.
Okay.
Yep.
Makes sense.
So, you know, is there someone at the door? What's that?
Who's that?
Hello.
Who's that, Totes?
What do we got, Totes? Delivery? What? What the fuck is that?
What is that?
Did you order?
Who ordered a pizza? Top
Pizza. Take it over to him.
What?
Get.
What did,
you
hold on,
serious?
what did he get?
What did he get? Show me what he got. Domino's.
It better be.
Not an ad.
Did they put enough cheese on it?
Oh my God. Can you get that on the camera?
Show the camera. Tobler.
Oh wow! I scheduled the delivery for after the podcast.
Are you
This is so
serious,
embarrassing.
Tom?
Oh, it's come early.
This is so embarrassing.
Oh, it's come early. Tobler.
Oh, the heart attack special.
The heart attack
Oh,
special.
man.
The 4 cheese. The 4 cheese.
What is wrong with you, dude?
Oh, it smells fucking good.
That's
it smells
dank
like a
for a
heart attack
Monday,
at 4
bro.
o'clock in the morning.
Have a piece.
Have a piece, mate. Come on.
Radio.
Tobler. Jesus, mate. It's not lunchtime yet, bro.
It's still this is still intermittent fast territory.
No, I know. It usually is, but you know, I must be withdrawing from
yeah,
all
you
the
did-
4 cheeses
yeah,
leaving my
you
body
did
from
legs.
last night.
You did do legs,
You
mate.
did legs fucking 2 days ago.
Yeah,
Is that pretty good?
tastes delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done on legs
That
yesterday,
looks
mate.
like you've done
Thanks.
extra cheese there.
It does look very cheesy. I'm disappointed they forgot the cheesy crust as well, which is always nice.
right.
You know, at Domino's.
Yeah, I didn't know that was an option. Not an ad either, by the way. That's disgusting, Tobler. That's right.
Sorry, but big dogs got to eat. I don't know if you heard, but I went to the gym 3 times last week.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, right. So you've earned it. Well done, mate.
You enjoy that. Pizza.
Next game, please. Or are you just do you want a moment just to get the?
I can do both.
Yeah,
do you want
that's-
a moment just to get down the other
finish
slices?
that. Yeah, he's breathing heavy.
He's breathing heavy, all right.
Yeah.
Got a little stiffy over there. I'm annoyed at myself because I looked at this game Friday evening at Wynn Stadium, Dragons Warriors. I'm like, Dragons win that.
Well, did you say? Well, we know the Wynn Stadium, but also the Warriors' record. Apparently, was it Rando who said it that the Warriors' record was shit there?
Dog shit, but they've won the last 2, which
So
threw
it's
people off.
so then you have to go with the recent.
But it just felt like an ambush.
I will say this, and I mean it with sincerity, but I hate that I'm saying it. The Dragons, whilst they are an awful rugby league side, and they bring good sides down to their level, like they won't get above, they won't make the finals, but they'll like make good teams play shit. They're not going to win the wooden spoon.
I'll tell you what I won't be doing
That's
next
as big a
year. I'll tell you what I'm
compliment as
doing, won't be doing next year for the 10th season in a row.
Yep.
Tipping the Dragons to get the spoon.
You just
I've
can't
just got to
do
let it go.
Yeah, we got to let it go.
I've just got to let it go because they never get close. They never get close.
They always seem to find a way.
Oh,
to fuck you.
are they in the 8 now? You know, by round 10 they'll be in trouble.
They're 9th.
They're ninth.
By round 10 they start to snowball and fall off a rugby league cliff.
Yep.
That is the way of the Dragon. But they always start well. 30-12.
They didn't look like doing anything.
SJ
they
scores
scored
first. Well,
a
SJ
while,
scores
but,
first and but that's it.
That was it. That was it. Listen, the Warriors, I mean, I'm not too concerned if I'm a Warriors fan. Again, it's the Dragons, right? They do this to teams. You just go, whatever. It was Wynn Stadium. It was a 6 p.m. game on a Friday. Like, who gives a fuck?
Poosling a slot.
Yep.
Not the, and you're going to get dragged down into the muck in that slot. I've been there. I've
I
experienced.
don't think I'll ever criticize a team for losing to the Dragons at Wynn Stadium.
No,
I just think that's what happens.
it does. It's think about this from the Warriors. You got to fly to Sydney, then you got to get on the bus down to Wollongong.
It was rainy and windy and shit, wasn't it? It's right on the beach. So you
There
get
would've
that
been-
sea
there would've been-
breeze just blasting.
There would have been an easterly bluster fucking
Yeah.
coming in, whatever the word is.
Whatever
I don't
it
know.
is.
Just wind terms, you
Yeah.
know.
It was windy, probably.
And you would have been out there thinking to yourself, why in the fuck do I play rugby league? What am I doing here?
It'd be the only time players don't fucking want to play the game.
Yeah, it's a beautiful stadium in the afternoon when the sun's shining on a beautiful day, but it was wet. It was raining. It was windy. It was Friday night, and all the boys would have been thinking about was being nice and warm at the pub, eating chicken and leeks, knocking back Guinness.
Yeah. Talking to a guy called Douglas.
That's all they would have wanted.
Yeah.
And I can respect him for that, and thus the loss.
Is there anything out of this game that I'm forgetting that was like memorable? I don't think so. You know? I don't think so.
This was not a memorable game.
This
of
was not a
rugby league.
memorable game. They won't be talking about this game in 3 days, let alone 3 years. You know what I mean? They won't remember this game.
No, that's right.
Get me away. Get it
Although
away
the
from
Mad Dragon will be touching himself.
I know. He will be touching himself. He will be. Imagine him having a pull.
Jesus Christ. Is that where we've gone? Is that where
Mate,
we're at?
as if you can't imagine the state he'd be. You said he'd be touching himself. You put it into my mind, cunt. You made me think about it.
His latest video had shades of Buffalo Bill as
His?
well that he put on Instagram.
Can you put it up?
Would you like to watch
Is
it?
he dancing around with a mangina?
Has he tucked his shit between his legs?
I don't want to spoil it.
Because that's Buffalo Bill.
Dude, can we Photoshop his face on a Buffalo Bill scene and just be him like before a Dragons game?
Or after a win.
Or after a win.
After a win.
Yeah, we'll do that. Then watch him not win now for fucking 3 years. Yeah, I didn't think this one was one of his best.
I haven't seen it.
He looks fucking weird, but it wasn't one of
G'day,
his
Dragons
best.
fans. It's game day. Now we are 3-3. We're going okay.
Look at this weird room in his house he's filming.
But the
from.
truth is,
He's got the internet on his
played
TV.
no one.
I was zooming in on that TV trying to see what was on there.
today we play the New Zealand
He's got the
Warriors.
fucking iron in the
I
background.
know.
And no one can argue that's someone. Now let's face facts. In 2024, we're not winning the comp. But this sort of opponent, a genuine top 4 threat, this is what 2024 is all about for the Dragons. It's about showing improvement. It's about building belief within the squad. It's about showing up and competing for large portions of the game against quality opposition. Showing our fans, showing our
Comments,
teammates
the pauses for dramatic effect doing my head in.
that we can do it. We can put together 80
What's on
minutes
the TV,
consistently, week in, week out. We can beat anyone. And I think as a club, we
He's
need to
pausing the
start
fuck
believing.
out of this, dude.
Today, we take on the Warriors at home, and we can win. We can beat them. We just have to trust in ourselves.
It's like a beat too long. These
We must
pauses.
believe in ourselves. We have to follow our heart, overcome, improve, endure. Come on, Dragons fans! Fire!
I want footage of like outside in another room.
Yes,
just hearing him
dude.
do it, dude.
Dude, we need to just try and work out a way where we can go. Like, if we got to fly to Perth, I don't know. I just feel like it has to happen. Punters and Dribblers live show announcement, Magic Round. Live show announcement, Magic Round. Myself, Edward, Hello Sport, with the one and only rugby league guru.
All thanks to our good friends at Ned's.
That's right.
Fuck yeah, Ned's.
Lefty's Music Hall. Doors open 3:30 Friday arvo for a 4:15 start.
May 17th, Magic Round, before the first game.
That's
Come,
it.
see us dribble, see us yarn, see us talk shit, see us have a giggle.
Now, there are tickets available at hellosport.shop. These are free tickets, punters and dribblers, but it needs to be ticketed so that we don't get overwhelmed by dribblers. So you just go to hellosport.shop. As of the moment you hear this, you can secure up to 4 tickets for you and your mates. No more than 4 because you can't, otherwise you'd be able to book the whole place out. 4 tickets is the max, 1 being the minimum because you can't go in there and take none.
That's right. If you took none, you wouldn't get any.
You wouldn't get any. You
So
just go there and
the
you leave.
minimum's 1, the maximum's 4. They are free.
They're free.
They're free.
They are, because we're not trying to make money out of the punter and dribbler here, for we want you all come along, have a good time. Hellosport.shop. Lefty's Music Hall. Doors open 3:30. We're on at 4:45. Let's kick Magic Round off.
4:15.
4:15, sorry. We're on 4:15. Let's kick Magic Round off the right way. Let's get ourselves up and about into a good mood. We will finish in more than enough time for you to get to the game if you are going to the game. I'm fucking horny for it.
Oh, yeah. Thanks to our good mates at Ned's. Obviously the best bookie in all the land.
Yep.
They're
They're putting it on.
They are putting it on. And just a reminder, if you want to follow along, use the Ned's profiles. Give us a follow. See what we're up to on the weekend. Tommy Birmingham, sorry. He got a Sean Lane first try scorer.
Yeah.
That's not part of About Even. That's why you need to follow us because there's other bets going up.
Yeah.
You know what I
Civilian
mean?
bets.
Civilian bets.
I'm giving them out.
That's right. Thanks, Ned's.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on screen or visit the website. Before we get into the Eels Dolphins, Eddie, we have this big old box that arrived. Tobler said don't open it until we're on the show. So now we're officially on the show. And I open it. How do you feel about that?
Go for gold. It's got his name on it, though, which I don't like.
Whose name?
Tobler's.
Oh, okay. Well, who's this sent to? Is this illegal then, technically?
Sent to all of us, but Tobler's name's also on it.
That's a nice gesture.
Is it technically then illegal to be opening Tobler's mail? If there's a cheese pizza in here, Tobler, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Could be the pizza kit I ordered.
Tickle-Me-Blocker product manual. Edward, I'm going to give that to you.
Show me it. Oh, God.
Okay, so he's sewn, I don't know, she, maybe they, have sewn Blocker's face onto what's this, like a Tommy Turbo.
Product description. Look how long the product description is.
Yeah.
This seems fucking ridiculous.
From Bailey.
A long-awaited addition to the Hello Sport merchandise collection, Tickle-Me-Blocker is sure to fly off the shelves this upcoming rugby league season. The hand-sewn plush toys sourced from the finest homegrown Australian wool showcases the face of utter rugby league dribble Blocker Roach.
In the competition.
In all its bloated and leathery glory.
The other week, the Tigers played in Tamworth, and I spoke to Tim Sheens for about 20 minutes. I was convinced after talking to him for 20 minutes that they could win the comp this year.
Tickle-Me-Blocker immortalises the ponderings from this doyen of the commentary box, who is often described as a modern-day Aristotle. Boasting a decorated career spanning over 40 years and counting, Block has slowly evolved from a hard-hitting representative footballer to a modern-day philosopher.
Okay.
His last... Okay. Do we need to read all that?
No.
Probably not.
Listen.
Single squeeze, play one of the 12 tracks at random. Double squeeze, play track 1, 2, or 3 in sequential order. Long squeeze, changing single squeeze function from playing a random track to playing through each track sequentially from 1 to 12. It used to select a particular track to play from 4 to 2. He's got all the tracks on here. Track 1, you're a dribbler. 2, down in camp, not the fastest bloke.
I didn't really sleep quite comfortably the night before I knew I was playing the Bulldogs on a Sunday afternoon.
Me think it amazing. Penalised for stupidity. Tim Sheen's the Tigers whisperer. I'm about the fan. Dogs of war. Tigers win 6. Sleepless nights. Pain of the Tigers. Ooh, and effing wombat.
So if you listen to me, you're a dribbler.
Okay, listen. Shout out. It's okay. I'm not anti it. I love. Can I see what I need from a Tickle-Me-Blocker? And maybe I'm asking too much. Like I love this is. Look, it's probably better than
He's given the software instructions,
which is nice. It's a nice touch. It's a nice touch. I mean, it's a TLDR sort of a thing here.
I tell you what I need. What do I need personally?
Well, I'm also going to tell you. I need a fucking doll that is made specifically to look like Blocker Roach, not a sewn-on face onto a fucking what's probably a Tommy Turbo Origin toy, not a fucking possessed psycho scary doll that we've got behind the About Even set. With like, this is better than that. That psycho one.
This is better.
But that doll's had a bit more effort, but it's fucked up.
This is way better. But you know, Tickle Me Elmo,
I need it to be like a Muppet-looking blocker.
like that.
I need a Muppet-looking blocker, and if someone can find one or find where it can be made, I'm happy to even pursue it myself. But Jesus,
Not the fastest bloke in the competition.
getting wrecked though. I like that. That's good.
This is much better than that.
The audio quality way better.
Audio's way better.
Didn't send any M&Ms, which I'm actually happy about.
And this is no disrespect to Denham Kemp. Not the fastest bloke in the competition.
Not good enough, but pretty good. Not good enough, but pretty good.
I also like Shane Keith Technologies.
Yeah, I like that.
That's good.
Trademarked.
Trademarked.
This is good, but it's not
It's not great.
great.
Now, shout out to Bailey for sending that through.
Well done, mate. Sit here, bro.
Yeah.
Next to you, mate.
Let's get back to the rugby league here, right? The Eels v. the Fish. Now, I think it's fair to say, and I say this sort of with a heavy heart because I know there's a lot of Eels fans listening, and I feel for you. I can only imagine what it would be like to lose 44-16 to the Fish, but like, light a match, set their season on fire. It's done.
It's done.
Season's over.
No, it's over.
Brad Arthur's starting to, like this, the whispers are starting to come for Brad Arthur as well, right? Like when you already haven't, they're like, hey, longest serving coach, I think, without a fucking, like longest current serving coach in the NRL without a premiership.
They had their opportunity.
They had their opportunity. They
and
can't win without Mitch Moses.
They came up against a red hot Panthers side who pounded them into the core of the earth. Manhandled them.
Panthers,
yeah. What did I say?
Oh,
I'm saying when the grand final, the one they could have won. Well, the season, their most promising season in millennia, Tom. And you couldn't get the job done. Obviously, Tom and I subscribe to the notion that the Eels will not win before the sun explodes. I stand by that. And I like that Brad Arthur might be getting the boot because it just,
No,
it means I'm correct.
I like Brad Arthur, so I don't want that. I don't like that in that sense. I think that the Eels just generally
it's a sign of a side that can't win. That's
Correct.
all I'm saying.
I did have Sean Lane first try scorer. Thank you so much. Now, didn't have it on about even, which hurts, but if you follow along my profiles on Ned's, not an ad, you would have seen it. Just saying. They were in the fucking game, dude. First half, I mean, it was a bit of a poo slinger. Don't call it a poo slinger. But it was like, it was pretty poor rugby league football. And then the second half, it was 49, 51, 55, 57, 63, 69, 71, 74. Like, the Eels sucked ball sacks.
49, 51, 55, 57, 63, 69, 71, 74. That is outrageous.
Yeah, outrageous.
That is absolutely outrageous.
8 tries in 25 minutes.
And everyone, I'm a friend of the show, Ryan Girdler of Can't Call Us Flat Track Bullies Anymore, bruh, was like, it's almost like the most absurd period of rugby league like I've ever seen. I'm paraphrasing him here. It was in the paper yesterday. But
the most absurd period of rugby league he's ever seen.
Well, like for the Eels rugby league, it was just like how fucking the capitulation was just like it didn't even make sense almost.
Came out of nowhere, Tom.
Yeah,
didn't say the right thing at the half.
No, well, obviously not. Or said definitely didn't say the right thing. Could have said the wrong.
It's just a poor time in the sheds, really.
Wayne Bennett wasn't there either. Wayne Bennett was struck down with flu, so Christian Wolf was taken over. That fullback. Trey Fuller for the Fish. He's got a bit about him, Trey Fuller.
You like Trey?
Well, the hammer was out, and Trey Fuller did the damn thing.
Shout out to Trey Fuller. Jack Bostock as well.
Bostock.
Had a Bostock. Had a Hattie. Credit to him. Let's continue.
Yeah. But I mean, I just like what also the was it the Fish that have they're sponsored by a weed brand that they had to cover up on their top, was that?
Yeah, what's something leaf? Alterna leaf, which they had covered up in the first half, and then when they came out on the second half, they didn't have the tape on it anymore.
All of them had it uncovered?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So what's that about?
I thought it was covered up the whole game.
Can you figure that out?
Alterna leaf, there's something where they're like the TGA's getting them.
But why cover it up? Why have it uncovered in the second half?
That's what I didn't know they had it uncovered in the second half.
TGA, mate. Can't fuck with them.
Hey, don't fuck with the TGA, bro.
We love you, TGA.
We love you, TGA. Thank you
Just
so
keep
much
loving us.
for all of the claims you've given us.
Panthers 22 defeat the Tigers 6. That was at Carrington Park in Bathurst.
Yep.
I was a 14.5 away from a unit scooper. Obviously, don't trust the Tigers is basically all there is to it.
No. Everyone can sort of get excited and have your heart warmed by they won a couple of games, they beat Parramatta, Lockie Galvin's cool, Olam's doing well, but they're still probably they're not. Don't expect anything. Just don't.
Do you expect anything, Totes?
I didn't tip him.
But do you?
As in you tipped against your side?
Yeah.
Oh,
dude. Come on. If you go for the Tigers and you tip him every week, you're instantly just putting yourself in a bad spot.
Nah, dude, you have to fuck
whatever. I didn't tip him. We tend to hang in games a little bit better, but I agree with you. We're still not
I can't believe you didn't tip your side. That's so fucked up.
Whatever. Do you reckon you'll win the comp next year when Luai comes?
Yeah.
Well, that's
no.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Do you think you'll ever win the comp again?
Tough question. Mate, based on the last 10 years, it's not looking great, is it? But one can dream. You have to dream. You have to hold on to hope that you're going to. Otherwise,
what's the point?
What are you doing?
It's actually been, has it been more than 10 years? 12 years?
Nearly 20 since the Tigers won.
When did you win 05?
Oh, sorry, when we made the finals, yeah.
05, Jesus.
When did you last make the final?
2011.
Yep.
And
was that when you missed out on the grand final by a fucking Warriors try?
Yeah, no, that was the second round of finals, though.
Yeah, right.
We didn't make it to the prelim that year.
Yeah, sucked in. All right, let's move on. Panthers won. That seems to be what you would expect in that game. Titans Manly, brave game, brave win. Poosling a slot, 5:30 Saturday. I got to say, we can't defend very well, or at times we can't.
It was wet.
It was wet.
It's hard to defend in the wet.
We can score fucking tries, though. Jesus Christ. I was also a turbo away from a turbo Hattie in my own personal betting, and he got one, and then they called it a forward pass, and it broke my little heart.
All you can do, punters and dribblers, in a slot that was designed to fuck you, is go out, roll up your sleeves, score 34 Brave Rugby League points, and walk away with 30. The win. I was worried about this slot, and rightly so. It was a danger slot, and the game was a fucking bit of a shit show, to be honest. It was just back and forth.
Well, there was
like
no
a game
defense.
of basketball.
Yeah,
almost.
the defense was non-existent from both teams. Again, you just got to win the ugly ones, Ed. You know, you just got to win the ugly ones. You get in there, yeah, not a great performance, but who gives a fuck? We win the game of rugby league.
This was a hideous game.
It was a hideous game.
It was a bog trotter.
Real Brucey bog trotter. I was always confident we'd win it, even when we were like, the lead was changing hands. I was just like, I just was feeling like we'd win it. Now, would I have been surprised
but that
if
was
we
only-
lost it? No.
As soon as I saw us throw the footy around and we were scoring points, I'm like, we should be able to score more than them.
Yes. We're better than them.
It's when we just freeze up and don't throw the pill, Tom.
Yeah.
That's when
we need to let it sing. Would like to start to see some defence come into our repertoire. We do have a habit of getting out to an early lead and just letting them back in. I don't know whether that is Manly start really well and blow teams away, and then we just think, oh, well, this is going to be easy, or whether teams start to like, no, okay, just get in the grind with them. Do you know what I mean? Because we did it against the Eels, did it against the who did we play last week? Warriors. And then we did it again this time. Got out to another nice lead. And even I was listening to 2GB commentary, and they were like, this is Manly look like they're about to blow them away here. And then before you know it, AKP scored 2 tries and they're back in it. And you're just like, fuck off.
Yeah. We were humming along rather nicely. But these things can be fixed, Tom. I'm not too concerned about tightening up the defence. That'll come.
You need to be able to score points.
We're just building into the season here, mate. We're building into the season.
I'm with you.
Now, for clubs that don't make the 8, you wouldn't get what building into the season means. But what it means is go out there, score a shitload of points, and then start to restrict.
Have we heard anything from Clarkey? Where's he at 0-7? Is he posting anything? Like,
what's their schedule look like? Have they got winnable games coming up, or are they...
Yeah, they've got the Warriors on Thursday.
Away?
wow.
Their first Anzac game in New Zealand.
Nice.
You're getting pumped.
Yeah, you're getting absolutely fed.
You're getting absolutely...
New Zealand,
you're getting absolutely pounded.
Then they've got the Storm at home.
Oh,
Okay. Pounded.
Cowboys at home.
Cowboys are fucked. Like, you want to talk about clubs that should be like, and again, I'm not calling for anyone's head, but like Toddy Payton, who was at one point had a statue built in his honour in the shape of a huge penis.
Mr. Suckable.
Mr. Suckable is what he was called up in Townsville. Your team's too good to be this shit. Like, you've got too many good players to be so bad. I don't understand. Your attack sucked and your defence sucked. You couldn't score a point and they put fucking shitloads on you.
You suck.
And it's the Sharks who... with the greatest
Sharks
respect,
they're getting better. Sharks
they're getting better, sure, but with respect to the Sharks, they aren't like the jury's still out on where the Sharks are at. I think.
I don't think the jury's out on where the Cowboys are at.
No, that's not what I said. I said where the Sharks are at. The Cowboys are shit. The Cowboys are a shit rugby league team, and they've got strike all across the park.
They've got rugby league strike, but they're not putting it together, mate. They've got a bit of the Roosters about them.
I don't know what to fucking...
They made so many errors yesterday in that game against the Sharks.
Thank God Nanai didn't score, because otherwise the Lippy would have got a $50, $25 unit scooper. Anyway, it didn't happen.
No,
so
that's a bad even thing, don't worry. But
I know we're bouncing all over the map here, but
Fucking whatever.
basically the Seagulls win.
Manly won, who gives a shit?
Seagulls win, we're 5th.
Move on.
That's all you need to know.
Manly win.
Seagulls win, we're 5th. Seagulls win, we're 5th. Broncos pump the Raiders.
Pump
whatever.
the Raiders. This was the easiest bet of the round. Like, what
was the line?
7.5 when I got on it. I just went. I was like, this is so easy. I also had Huddy Young first try score. It ends up being a knock on. It was my fault as well. I think I caused the knock on because he scores. I get up in the living room and I start humping the air and I start telling Steph how much money I won. And then I see the replays and he's knocked it on. I'm of the belief, Eddie, that before I got up out of my chair and started thrusting my penis around my living room, that he had put that ball down properly and that the rugby league gods went, getting too big for your boots, we're going to make that a knock-on.
Well, that's a classic EC.
Yep.
Classic early cry.
Yep. Penis thrust.
Yeah, it's a PC. It's a penis or PT.
PT.
Penis thrust into an AC. Now, the Bulldogs.
Well, hold on. Oh, Bulldog. Okay, yeah, right.
Bulldogs beat the Knights.
I called this as well, just so you know. The Knights are shit.
Knights are shit. Ponga's gone, so it'll be...
Ponga's out for a couple of months now, we're saying.
They're saying 3 months. Is that the male gentleman?
He's out for 2 months, but then I think if he elects to get surgery, it'll be 3.
That would be absolutely devastating.
That's also Origin done for him.
So he's facing the season out.
So that's Origin. That's an easy decision for
the bush poet Billy Slater.
That's right, because there's been a lot of chat recently. Who do you pick at fullback? Well, it's pretty easy now. You're not going to pick Ponga off the hospital bed, are you?
No.
Unfortunate for Kalong. Thoughts and prayers with him.
Yep.
But Knights now officially fucked. You can put a line through them.
They were fucked already, officially fucked now. That is for damn sure. Hip pointer?
He went in with a hip pointer injury, but then he did his ankle on the weekend.
Oh, he did his ankle.
Foot injury, yeah.
Oh,
Did you see Jack Hetherington shaping up?
Yeah, so what? So him and friend of the show, Reece Walsh, getting into a bit of a stink on the field.
Reid Mahoney.
Reid Mahoney. What I saw in that scuffle did not seem to me to warrant 10 in the bin each. Did I miss something? Did they throw?
I think so. I think what happened was like the ref came over and initially dispersed it, and then they went back at it again, and he was like, "Nah, you're off. Like you're taking the piss now."
Right.
So this
Jack
is the
Hetherington,
initial...
a bit of a psychopath, a rugby league psychopath, from what I understand. Like not someone
Big
you'd want
boy
to fuck
too.
with. I respect Reid, the niggly little shit, getting in there and getting like a hooker should, you know, like a rugby league hooker should.
Well, any hooker in the rugby, in the NRL in particular, worth his salt that's not prepared to be a niggly little cunt.
Yeah.
You're up against.
But you can, and like, you know, we've met Reid before. Seems like a lovely guy, but on the field, you could tell he at least looks like the sort of player who would be an annoying little bastard. Don't you reckon? Get up and under your skin.
Yeah, he'd get under your skin. You'd need to have the thickest of skin.
Yeah.
To prevent him from getting up in India.
But
now,
to
watch this tunnel
But
footage.
to show, like, because again, people that I was speaking to yesterday were like, yeah, Jack Hetherington's a fucking nice guy, but like a psychopath. The behaviour in the tunnel only confirms screw loose City, right?
But watch him shape up here.
But he's got like a smile on his face.
He's got.
as well.
They haven't shown the start of it.
No, they might.
He's like.
There you go.
There he is.
I think he's joking, and I think
he's
it's
joking
a fucking
as well.
storm in a teacup.
I think he's joking as well.
People are getting really pissed off about it. I'm like, he's clearly
Why?
fucking around. Like, he's clearly, to me, that's like, oh, we're off the field.
Yeah,
and now
look,
it's
that's
bit
a
of fun.
joke. He's smiling.
The thing was, Reid doesn't even look like he's looking.
He's not looking.
That's
He's got
the
his
problem.
head down.
Yeah.
And then he.
I think it looks way worse because they pull him away and all that sort of shit.
Like, there's a smile there.
And even Cameron Serraldo came out in the presser afterwards. He's like, I know Jack Hetherington. He's a good dude. Like,
Unless that's the smile of a psychopath.
That also could be it. That could be the smile.
I've been watching Baby Reindeer. I watched Baby Reindeer last night.
What the fuck is that?
This new show on Netflix, #1, very popular.
What's it about?
She's a stalker. She's stalking this guy, and
Fiction or
real life. But it's dramatized. Anyway, it's
what do you
very
mean
good.
It's real life then? How the fuck does that work?
Well, the guy...
It's based on a true story?
The guy in it, the main character who wrote and directed and produced it is the guy who got stalked.
Oh.
But he's playing himself, and then they've obviously got actors around him.
Oh, but it's a true story.
True story.
Hectic.
Anyway,
I'm assuming this was after Ella didn't want to watch any more Shogun.
she didn't watch Shogun.
Yeah,
She was out of the house.
And then she came back.
That was Shogun time.
And then you switch over to Baby Reindeer.
When she was out and about doing a thing, I was Shogunning and eating McFlurries.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing.
Yep.
But Jack Hetherington there, if he's been sincere, has got a lot of the stalker in Baby Reindeer.
He's
about.
offered a one-match ban?
Why?
Come on. Unless he was serious. That's the only thing I can think of.
And then Mahoney was charged for the same offence at a lower grade, just receiving a fine for $1,000.
Wait, Mahoney gets charged for getting pushed in the fucking in the
This
tunnel.
is what I think it's for the on-field.
No, that'd be the
antics.
on-field.
Okay, right.
But then Hetherington's grade was increased because of this stuff in the tunnel.
Everyone in this image is smiling that we can see.
I'm confused here. Hetherington offered a one-match ban for his altercation with Reid Mahoney as the post on the KO. Then it says Hetherington will cop 2 weeks if he challenges. Oh,
and
sorry.
loses.
I didn't read that correctly. If he challenges, that makes sense.
You've got to read everything first.
Yeah, I know, dude, but fuck that.
I see nothing wrong with this brouhaha in the tunnel. I think it's a bit of fun.
Yeah,
Because
so
the
do
Bulldogs trainers smiling.
smiling.
They're
They're
smiling. Because
yeah.
he was he was bopping around like a fucking idiot.
Did Hetherington used to play for the Dogs? I think he played there for a little bit. He was definitely Panthers, wasn't he? Panthers and Dogs and Knights?
They did, but they didn't cross over. So Hetherington finished in 22 and Reid got there at start of 23. They might have crossed over in the off-season.
He was only
but
there for a year.
No, I don't mean, like, not even the crossover so much as, like, I mean, you know, it was just more that, like, the trainers sort of know him. He's like, maybe he just feels a bit comfortable. I don't know. If it was serious, that smile is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen.
Ever seen. Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah. And he probably deserves more if he was.
If Jack's been fair income, then I'm not ruling a straight jacket out.
The Hannibal Lecter shit.
Yeah,
he should be wheeled out onto the field in like a Hannibal Lecter suit, like, because that's crazy talk.
that is sicko stuff.
Yeah.
I do believe though, Jack, that you were taking the piss.
I
mate.
think so, and I
And-
applaud it. I applaud it, dude.
We need more of that stuff in rugby league. That's what makes the game so great.
Yeah.
Characters,
Yeah.
larrikins, Tom. And that's larrikin behaviour from Jack Hetherington there in what was a pretty rank loss for the Knights.
Mm-hmm.
On we go. On we go. Now, the last game of the round, 42 plays 6. The Sharks absolutely pounded the Cowboys, who we've already gone over.
Yeah,
Can't
we
play
have.
rugby league.
Cowboys suck.
Great day out for Braden Trindle. Great day out for Renato Mulatalo. Great day out for the Sharks.
Samuel Stone Street on debut.
Great name. Stone Street. Samuel Stone Street. Bit of union about Stone Street.
There is a bit, and the Samuel. Because in rugby league, you're a Sam.
Yeah. He's in the wrong game,
Sam
really,
Burgess,
isn't he?
Sam Thaiday.
Well, but that's the state of rugby union in this country. We're starting to get union players
Coming over.
And you're going to start seeing more double barrel last name Streets,
Yeah, you are.
Samuels instead of Sam, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I think put a line through the Cowboys now.
Yeah.
They're done.
Yeah. They're done. They suck. They're done. They suck. Well, apparently Rusty's back in the country to fucking start snapping necks and cashing checks.
He's had to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Like, you don't want that, do you? If you're JD, you got fucking Russell Crowe back in the country. Like, oh no.
Where's he live now?
Rusty?
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. Yeah, look, here you go. Buzz talking about fucking Brad Arthur in the bloody gun. In the gun. I think Buzz also wants Sua'ali'i. I can't believe Sua'ali'i's being spoken about in Origin circles, by the way.
By whom?
I think Madge was even mentioning it. Like, he was mentioned last week. Like, maybe Saturday, the paper's on Saturday. Someone was like, oh, yeah, that he's being spoken about. I'm like, and this is no disrespect to Sua'ali'i. I'm concerned because he hasn't touched a ball this year.
He had a good tap back. That was about it.
He can play, but, like, you want someone who's held the football, and at the Roosters, they don't give it to him.
So you think he needs to have held more steam?
The concern I would have with Joseph Sua'ali'i playing for the New South Wales Speed Blitz Blues.
That's
cricket, I think.
Wrong sport.
I know.
I think Buzz Rothfield was just asked the question on Big Sports Breakfast, and he said that he's not a fan of it.
Yeah. But that's not where the story started. The story started before that. Buzz has continued the story. If you don't hold the football, Edward, my concern is that when in the cauldron of Origin, when you're called upon by your state to catch the football, to run with it in your hands, to put it down over the line, to rise high above your opponent, to catch the football, if you haven't touched one all season, that could be a problem.
A lack of pill. You can suffer as a football from a distinct lack of pill.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't mean that if he was given the opportunity to
hold the ball
more, he couldn't rise high through the ranks in terms of in terms of who's next man up for the state. But I would completely agree with you, Tom. that I'd like to see those wearing the blue of the Speed Blitz blues.
Yeah.
I'd like to see those players having touched a lot of pill.
Fuckloads. Like, I reckon if you were to go through the amount of times Joey Mano's touched, Sua'ali'i has touched the ball this year, what are we saying, 30 times?
I tell you how many times he touched it on Thursday night. I reckon it was about 3 times.
3 times. Not his fault. He wanted the ball. He was saying as much with his body language.
You could tell he was screaming for it.
He was screaming for the ball. He just wasn't given an opportunity to touch the ball, and that would be my concern.
Huge concern.
Yeah.
Massive concern. I don't think you can pick a bloke who's only touched the ball fucking 10 times this year.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
It's just fucking, it's unders.
It's unders.
It's unders.
I don't know what overs is, but I know what unders looks like.
20 over 7 games. Unders. Not his fault, by the way.
Not his fault. Not his problem. Just
not enough.
It's not enough to warrant selection in the Speed Blitz
Blues. Punters and dribblers, there are only, there's less than 10 days to go for your chance to go in the running to play golf with Eddie and myself at Shorty's Golf Course. All you need to do to enter is go to hellosport.shop and buy a 6-pack of Big Day Rosé, the greatest rosé in all the land. For the month of April, anyone who purchases a 6-pack of Big Day Rosé goes into the running, Eddie. We draw 2 winners. Then they get to bring themselves and 3 of their mates to play golf with us.
Very well explained. It also happens to be that all you have to do is buy the greatest rosé on the planet. Fucking delicious. Fucking nutritious, I'm going to say it. Absolutely elite. Everyone that tastes it says the best rosé they've ever had, so the proof's in the pudding. All you need to do, thank you, Cody Totes, is buy some.
That guy that we were on the plane the other day, we landed back at Sydney Airport, and a young gentleman walked up to us out of the blue and just goes, "Mate, had your rosé the other day. Fuck me, it was good." Said a mate of his brought a Magnum around and just thoroughly enjoyed it.
They
We're
were
not
camping.
lying.
They were camping.
That's
He whipped
right.
one out. It was ice cold. He said they pounded it.
We don't lie. We don't lie about anything we do here.
And this gentleman came up to us like 9:30, sort of. Actually, even no, it wasn't. It was like 10. It was like 10:45 at night. When all you want to do is get home. And he, having had such an elite experience with the rosé, felt
compelled
by the rosé itself to say something to us. So there you go.
Meant a lot.
Hellosport.shop.
I don't know whether anyone else has been following this. I have been. Eddie, you have. Like, we haven't really spoken about it, even like in the green room, let alone on the podcast. But Ryan Garcia fighting Devin Haney, the whole lead up has been bizarre. Ryan Garcia lost to Tank Davis last year, or maybe earlier this year. I think it was last year.
Liver shot.
Dropped. And then seemed to just kind of go off the fucking reservation. Like, he's always seemed to be relatively like level-headed, publicly facing, like not that weird of a guy.
No,
It's sort
not
of
at
like
all.
TikTok generation-y, like young guy, Hollywood sort of shit.
Said some mental health stuff, I think. Like he would go out of the public view for a while.
Yeah, but I don't think, I personally had no visibility on whether he had any mental health dramas. Like, I didn't think there was anything that he had. I was
I'd heard whispers that like he would the pressure and shit would get to him and he needs time away. Yeah.
Which is reasonable, right? Given how fucking famous he is. But this Devin Haney one was another level where it was like he is completely losing the plot. Or at least that's how it looked. And still kind of looks like he's lost it a little bit, but like it was all anyone was talking about was how fucking crazy he is. Devin Haney was 31-0 in many people's top 10 pound for pound boxers in the world. He was an undisputed champion. He was the man that beat Kambosos twice handily.
Handily, good word.
Yeah. Great word. Handily.
Sucked the atmosphere right out of the room.
Oh, didn't he?
Out of the stadium.
Out of the stadium. we were in.
You could have heard a pin drop.
You could have. And you could
that
also-
wasn't good for a stadium that lacked atmosphere.
You could also hear the bikies breaking noses of Irish people in the crowd. You could hear the noses breaking.
And the blood
And the
splattering.
blood splattering all over their faces. It's the only blood that was spattering because, it was a boring
Well,
fight.
Kembo's got a bit.
Anyway, Devin, Garcia, build up very weird. Garcia missed weight by 3 pounds, which is what, like 1.5 kilos? It's fucking nothing, right?
Is it 1.5 kilos?
It's not much, 3 pounds, is it? I thought there were more pounds in kilos.
1.3 kilos.
Yeah,
right.
It's fucking nothing.
Nothing.
But
So it didn't count for shit.
well, the fight didn't count as a title fight.
No, which is so...
It's stupid.
Make weight.
Oh, well, it's funny because he said, I can't make. Can you just check what the weight was meant to be? It was meant to be 140. I think it was meant to be 140 and it was 143.2 or something. And then he was saying in the press conference afterwards, this is Ryan Garcia, he's like, I'm not making 140 again. I'm like, you couldn't have lost one more kilo? Like, that doesn't seem that hard. Anyway.
Yeah, 140.
He was, when they were weighing in for the fight, he weighed over. He said to Haney in the press conference before, he's like, I'll give you 500 grand for every kilo I'm overweight. So he paid him 1.5 million. On the scales when he's weighing
every
in.
Pound.
Sorry, every pound. When he walked out to weigh in, he walked out with a beer in his hand, stood on the scales and fucking did the twister thing with it and sculled it. It was just completely off. Like all the pre-fight interviews and stuff now kind of seem pretty, like they almost seem like, to use a Gen Z buzzword, iconic. Like there's some really, funny videos there where you're like, these have aged well. But he got out there and
huge underdog as well.
Dude, $9 at $19 decision he was paying in Australia. I think he was a 900 plus 900 in the American fucking betting world. Which is what? Is that $9?
$9.
Yeah.
So you get, for every 100 you put on, you get 900.
Yeah. Times by 9.
So.
Anyway, he beat the fuck out of Devin Haney. Yeah.
Dropped him multiple times.
Dropped him 3 times maybe? Almost dropped him in the first round.
And then there was one that was, I think, classed as a bit of a slip. But
dude, the referee was, and it was also the first time he'd ever been knocked down in his career, Devin Haney. I thought he was fucked here. I was like, oh, he's not going to be able to get up. Does, and is wobbly. But then what was pissing me off was that Haney just kept holding on to him, and the referee was giving him every opportunity to. Like, just kept letting him do it.
Clearly fucked. I tell you what, his left is so etched.
His left, Ryan Garcia's left is ridiculous.
Just absurd. And they're like, yeah, the one-trick pony, but what a trick. That was saying in the commentary.
Well, the commentary, it almost felt like one of the commentators didn't like Garcia. He kept saying he's a one-trick pony. He's like, and even if he is a one-trick pony, what a trick. And then the other guy's going, he's not a one-trick pony because his right is setting up the left. Like, it's his weapon, sure.
Yeah.
But, like, he's setting him up. And the guy kept saying it. And the other guy's like, it's not a one-trick pony. You can't, like, it's clearly not a one. Like,
it's dropping him. The left's dropping him.
The left's what's dropping him.
Yeah.
The left is what you're looking out for.
Oh, yeah. He's up on the rope. He actually gets up on the rope as well at one stage.
Yeah.
Look, he's like, I've won.
Well,
I've
he's just like, he's like
over.
fucking called a fight. But also he lost a point. So there was a chance that the fight, I mean, in the end, the judges had it, 2 of the 3 judges had it as a convincing victory for Ryan. But hectic. He doesn't win. He's not the champion. But it's like it's one of the great upsets.
You love to see it.
They fought each other. This is their 7th time fighting. They fought 6 times in the amateurs, 3 apiece.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn and Ryan's old man.
Dude, get that video up.
It's good stuff.
The shortest beef in history, Eddie Hearn.
Obviously, Eddie Hearn's our good, close personal
Eddie
friend.
Hearn, close personal friend, is there. He's matchroom boxing. He's in the like belly of the stadium afterwards at Madison Square Garden. He's being interviewed. And then as he's like talking to his own camera, Ryan Garcia's dad walks past and Eddie Hearn, the consummate professional as we've come to know and love him, it's like, well done, mate, congratulations, like you won. Because Eddie Hearn represents Devin Haney. Garcia's dad just starts lighting him the fuck up. And that is where we join in right now.
Respect to Ryan Garcia. He was amazing. I thought, well done. Well done. Oh, really? Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Hey, my son, you piece of shit. What are you talking about? Fuck you. You know you're a piece of shit. And that's what you get.
I can see him starting to smile.
Luke Campbell and fucking Devin Haney. Fuck you. Now, who you got? Who do you got?
Jerron Ennis.
Who?
Jerron Ennis.
How about Pitbull?
You know he's good. Jerron Ennis is good. It was a good performance.
Sorry.
I know you're emotional.
Man, sorry.
It's a sport. When you win,
I know,
I give you all the respect in the world.
Okay, give Ryan the respect.
I just told him.
You did?
Absolutely.
Thanks.
I respect you. I accept your apology.
Thank you.
I accept your apology. Garcia's dad's like grabbing his dick and going, "Fuck you," and then he's talking about other fighters he's got, and you see Garcia's dad start to be like, "Oh," like you see his tune change in a second.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's good stuff. It's like one of my favorite interactions between two people I think I've ever seen. That was just hilarious.
Shortest beef all time. Was that?
Shortest beef all time. That was where I saw that caption somewhere else. I was like, that's the perfect way to describe it. It's the perfect way to describe it. But yeah, dude, massive upset. Now he's either going to fight, I believe he either rematches him or
Is there a rematch clause?
I don't know if there's a rematch clause, but he can rematch him or he can go and fight Tank again, who he did lose to, Ryan. Tank now looking pretty good. But it's crazy. It's crazy Devin Haney's still the champion.
Has Haney fought Tank?
No. Nah. Did you see the footage of him in his fucking room before the fight? He had like a Titanic orchestra of people in the room playing music. So rather than it being all like fucking rev up music and shit, he's just standing in there and there's like 3 violinists and a cello playing and shit. It was actually fucking sick.
Yeah,
Can you try and find that?
Yeah, I've got it.
That's good stuff.
Dude, it was actually...
Get this up for me.
It was such a mood setter.
With Mike Tyson's there as well.
Yeah,
Get
Tyson.
this up for me. Oh my God.
Yeah, dude.
Just to get him going.
Yeah, look at him just standing there just...
I love that.
Good, brother. Thank you. You been eating bricks? Yes. I'm going to eat them today. You look beautiful, brother. Thank you. Love you. I love you, Mike. You look good. Thank you. I love you, Mike. I'm going to your fight. I would love to see you, brother. I'll be there. I'll be there. Thank you. Hey, I'm with you and everything.
The music just sets such a hectic tone and energy.
Mate, and it's just, yeah, that's... I've never seen that before in my life.
Never.
I'm a huge fan of that.
I know. The energy is so fucking cool. It's like, and again, maybe it's like I remember seeing it before. I'm like, this is awesome. It's kind of like ominous though as well. You're like, I saw a comment somewhere where it was like, it's either his funeral or it's Haney's funeral, that music. But it was like.
That's powerful stuff.
Yeah.
That's a mood setter. And they're just sitting there, like four
just
of them.
sitting there, and he's just there with his shirt off, just like fucking
Stomping around, saying it to Mike Tyson, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
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 That's good stuff. Shout out to Ryan Garcia.
To talk about just like...
that's chess, not checkers from Ryan.
But just he's just completely
The whole
flipped
thing. The whole thing.
Yes. Everyone now like fully sucking him off.
And rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
That's how you get yourself sucked off.
Yeah. That's it. That's how
you
do
go
it.
out, you drop a bloke that's never been dropped, you fucking dominate him, and you get pumped up to classical music.
Yeah.
In the flesh classical.
In the flesh.
That is boombox shit.
We should get some classical music in here for something.
Actual people playing.
Yeah. I don't know what for, but like, it's inspired.
It would have been good to get it for the walkout.
It would have been. I'm wondering about that walkout. It's so funny, like, just like the crowd for our walkout. What they will think of the fucking... We're happy with the song we picked. Don't worry about that.
Oh, are you wigging?
Not fucking at all. I love the song.
I hope I wasn't doubting the voice.
No, dude. What I find interesting is how it's received. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. I'm interested.
It's a track.
Because it's a track.
It's got to be. It's just like universally known as a track, right?
You'd like to think so, wouldn't you?
Considering who's singing it.
Yeah.
You know? One of the greats all time.
One of the Aussie greats. Anyway, should we drill? Yeah, bro. That he's fucking funny though. That Kiwi fella.
Tim Naki.
I don't know if we've ever spoken about Tim Naki on the pod.
He's great, Tim Naki. Big fan of his work.
The amount of money he's fucking betting is just ridiculous.
He's 666 grand in the profit.
I don't know if he's updated that because
he's not
it
now.
was that yesterday.
Well, it was that for that bet, and then he just lost 90 grand.
So you're down in the fives somewhere.
Down in the fives now.
A lot of money.
A lot of money to get up. Like, that's a pretty good fucking...
Is that just from his journey doing this? That's what the profit is?
Yeah.
It's outrageous.
That is outrageous.
Absolutely outrageous.
there's a world where you'd call bullshit on it.
That he's made all that money. I'm surprised there's someone that lets you put that much money on.
Online, of course they would. People take those sorts of bets.
It seems like a lot of money to me.
One of them, he had to wait 2 hours for a table because there was only one table online that was taking like anything over 50 grand.
Yeah, right.
So they do them. People fucking, what do you mean? What people aren't going to take 90 grand off you?
Well,
can I ask this from?
I don't know. I don't know if you can just walk into a casino and put 90 grand on. No, I don't think
They're a high roller fucking table.
Yeah, but if you're a fucking, that's why I'm just trying to work out how it works online, because online's a different space.
Yeah.
I don't think you could walk into the casino and put 90 grand on, I don't think.
Why wouldn't I be allowed to do that?
Because I don't know who the fuck you are.
I don't know that you have to know who someone is. Like, there's a lot. You can be high roller to the point where it's like, hey, you got a private fucking table in your room, high roller. And then there's like, even in Vegas, there were like high roller rooms. Like, there's like.
You reckon you can? I don't know.
I think you'd be able to do it.
Yeah, right.
For sure. Could I do it? No. Would they allow me?
Then you hear about videos where guys are like, nah, they're hard, where they're like, you want to be able to have the ability to put as much money as you can on, because you can just put on shitloads and then win and get the fuck out. Whereas if you have to bet smaller amounts over time, then the casinos take becomes more statistically probable.
Yes, but you need to have a lot of money to be able to bet a lot of money. Or you got to be a complete fucking psychopath.
So what I'm trying to say is maybe the casino is in their interest to let you bet less.
Yeah, but I don't think you're going to have that many people coming in going, hey, I want to bet 90 grand. Like, that just doesn't, most people aren't doing that. Most people are the little bitches who just get completely reamed. You and I.
I really don't know.
Do you just double your winnings in blackjack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could just walk in and put fucking 90 grand on. Because they might be like, who are you? Are you a shark? Like, who the fuck are you?
I'm pretty sure you can, dude. That's a lot of admin that you'd have to go through for people with money to come in. They're like, hey, there might be like minor level of background, but I don't know. Like, I can't imagine why there would be. Like, they might ban you after if they see you start fucking rinsing them. They keep an eye on you. I bet you those high roller rooms are more like strictly monitored.
Have to be, wouldn't they? Anyway, guys, rolling. Shout
out to him, our Kiwi brethren. Just before we get into the dribbles, which we are about to get into, another shout out for Rugby World Cup hero Sam Carter, who scored a try on the weekend in the Western Forces win over the Crusaders. How many times do you reckon Carts has beaten the Crusaders in his career?
Never.
13 games, first time they've ever beaten them.
Fucking oath, Sam. Good on you, cunt.
Good on you, Carts. And then his post-game interview was one of the greats. Dropped an F-bomb and said full credit to the boys, and realised as he was saying it, like you could see it in real time, him being like, fuck. And the commentator afterwards goes, nah, full credit to you, mate. And he's like, oh my God, this was just one of the great post-game interviews. Like, he was fucking embarrassed. It was terrific. Let's dribble.
Lads, Sean Gloryhole's dribbler here. Hey, listen, next time you boys are going to do your About Even podcast, do us a favour. Throw the beak Danny Kemp in the room. You two step out and let him fucking have a yarn about what to put on. 26-1 Fisher Harris and Zach Lomax. $50 on it. Thank you. Manly never, Dragons forever. Tommy Turbo sucks. Kyle Flanagan's better than Luke Brooks. Later, boys. Have a good week.
That's a rugby league fluke there, mate.
Yeah, it's a rugby league fluke. Have it on good authority as well that Kempy doesn't put his own bets on. That's what we're hearing.
He doesn't. He's never bet his own.
No. So, listen, it was a good one. I mean, it doesn't hold a candle to Roo's fucking $44 unit scooper. Doesn't hold a candle to my fucking Juzzy Olam 2 or more Tigers to beat Para. Good bet, though. Cute bet. Sweet bet. Wouldn't get him on the fucking...
Take it.
You'd take it.
You take it every other
Fucking
week.
oath, wouldn't get him on the honour roll.
No. And you wouldn't get him on the show either.
No. Well, we had him on as a lippy dribbler once, and he sucked.
Yeah, he was like, oh, Manly to win.
Yeah.
Great bet,
But you know, so listen, good authority, he doesn't put his own bets on, that's all I'm saying. Plus, he's with a rival, so he won't be coming anywhere near our show.
Tom, Eddie, White Mamba, Toddler, Partners, and the Dribbles. Quick one here. Just want to say, wasn't a big hack guy for like my whole life. as soon as the P's and D's hat came out, I haven't stopped wearing it for a year now. Ask my workmates that I work with. They'll tell you. I do not take it off at work. Do not take it off ever. Comfiest hat ever. And Good Day just started on it not too long ago. She kicks. She kicks hard. She makes you feel good. She gives you energy. She gets you up in the morning. She makes you excited to go to work. Positively all around. Anyway, boys, that's me. Talk to you.
Lovely young man.
What a lovely young man he is.
What a beautiful young man.
What a testament to his mum, to his dad, sisters, brothers, to his ancestors, really.
What a beautiful, beautiful man.
Eloquent,
well-spoken,
and thoughtful.
Beautiful, special man.
Yeah.
We've got more hats.
It's funny you should say that. I feel like the white punters and dribbles hat might be about to go back on sale.
When?
Maybe Wednesday night. Or is that before? Is everyone ripping?
No,
everyone's ripping.
That then. That's silly.
No, that'd
be a silly time.
That'd be a silly time to do it, wouldn't it? Tuesday night?
I reckon probably Tuesday night.
As in tomorrow night.
6 p.m.
6 p.m. hellosport.shop.
I reckon that's when they'll go back up.
Yeah, I feel like that's when they're going to go back on sale.
Pretty sure the white punters and dribblers is going up tomorrow night, 6 p.m. hellosport.shop.
Yep. They move. God knows they move.
I've never seen anything like it.
No.
Just before Chrissy last year, they were fucking flying.
Absolutely flying. If it weren't for not the company, it wasn't Ozpost, whoever the fuck it was sending them.
Specific freight.
If it wasn't for them...
Actually, it wasn't them. That's cool.
Allied?
It was Allied.
If it wasn't for them lying to us, it would have been... Well, it already was the greatest single day for hats in this country. But it would have been...
But it promised even more.
It promised even more. It was fucking ridiculous. Anyway, they're back. Tuesday, 6 p.m. hellosport.shop. They will go. They will move. White punters and dribblers hats. If you don't have one, you're a loser.
Correct. Still serving as 2024 membership. If you're not yet a member, then move quickly. On we go.
Great young man.
Beautiful young man. Strong, eloquent.
Hello, boys. The North Queensland thrifting dribbler here. I've managed to find myself a Sydney Olympics 2000 pen book and a couple of other pens as well, just on the side. I'm willing to donate for the show. So let me know if you're interested. It's a full pin book that shows the torch relay and a couple of extra pins as well from the 2000 Sydney Olympics. So if you're interested, get back to me.
Someone actually, thank you to that gentleman.
I'm interested.
The pin book, we are interested. Someone, I swear it's on the DM somewhere, but I can't remember. Might have had a gummy. They've got, what's that video, like 16 days in heaven or whatever the fuck it is? Like
So it's in September?
16 days in September.
Yeah, like the VCR of the Olympics. They were like, I'll send it to you if you want it.
Yeah, we want it.
Please send that to us if that was
We
you,
want to
sir.
watch 16 days in September. We want the pin book.
We just need to add to our...
Turbo at hellosport.com.au.
Yeah.
We just need to get ready. We're 100. We're like 90-something days
We need to
out
start getting our knickknacks together. Did we buy one of those hats? Where the fuck's the hat?
No, we didn't buy that.
Oh, we didn't buy the volunteer hat?
No, not yet. We will.
We need volunteer hats. We need volunteer coats or jumpers or whatever.
Those jackets.
Well, whatever. We need them because they need to be in volunteer shit anytime we're doing anything Olympics related.
Correct. But I also want that pin book and I want that.
Yeah, well, we need to dress the
because we
set.
need to sit back and watch that. It was just it's an incredible DVD series.
Yeah.
Or VCR.
VCR. We need to get a VCR. It's the only
It's going to fucking blow you away. You're going to be loving it.
I'm sure I'm going to be loving it. We got a noise complaint. You were watching the 4x100 relay on Friday night.
Hey, there's a lot of young bucks in here that hadn't seen it before.
Oh, really?
Shocked me. Put it this way, Tom. I said, who's your number one Australian? Who's your great sporting Australian? They didn't have an answer, any of them.
Didn't even have an answer.
They didn't even have an answer.
Fucking kids.
They don't give a shit, mate. They're fucking this next. They're not even next generation.
No, they're
our
not.
generation. But the couple of 5 years below us, Kyle, love him. It's no idea.
Well, Kyle, in his defence, is 15 years below us.
Kyle hadn't seen the 4x1. Tobler hadn't seen the 4x1. Cody Totes hadn't seen the 4x1. They hadn't even seen Kathy.
You'd never seen
that? That's bullshit.
You hadn't. Had they seen Kathy, Will? No. So
hadn't
don't
seen
fucking
it.
sit there and lie,
Yeah,
mate.
no, Tobler's name.
Maybe a few of the other ones. Of course, it's iconic.
You'd heard of it. You hadn't seen it.
You'd never watched it. You never sat back and
The
watched
Bruce
it with Bruce.
McAvaney
No,
one.
you hadn't.
Yes, I had.
What, the whole thing?
Yes.
No, you hadn't. You're a liar.
You're a
Okay,
liar.
yeah, cool.
And you hadn't.
No. And the 4x1, no idea.
Nor was he interested. He kept telling us to turn it off.
Correct.
Yeah,
Why?
Put music
Why
on.
would you want to turn it off? You got a microphone, can't use it.
I just wanted the music back on.
Oh, of course you did. You wanted to listen to some fucking milk crate band or something.
He didn't want to watch. He didn't want to watch Lonhro win the 2004 Australian Cup. He didn't want to watch the 4x100 meters, which is the greatest. It's the second greatest moment in Olympic history, and he didn't want to watch Kath win it with the weight of a nation on the back after being.
You're working on a
torchbearer.
fucking sports podcast, dude.
I was also playing Eddie and Pool, and it was his shot, which he was refusing to take.
Okay, that's I get. He was just talking. He wouldn't. Was he in his fucking spitting camel face?
So I was getting rattled. I was like, dude, just put the music back on, please.
4x1, Tom.
No, I get it, but I do understand, and I think probably everyone got a little bit of more of an insight. Is that after he's had a couple, he will not shut the fuck up, and he won't do anything that he's meant to be doing around you. So if you're playing him in pool and he's on one, which he was on before I left, because fucking Kyle brought up space, and Kyle was like, oh fuck.
Well, that got me excited.
Yeah,
obviously.
No, but I understand. But for you to say turn it off, I don't want to watch it. That's a problem.
Big problem.
But
Didn't want to watch Kathy.
Eddie the spitting camel can be fucking can get the better of anyone.
Didn't want to watch Kathy. Oh my god, that's a warning.
Yeah, that is a warning.
That's an official warning.
Yeah, that is an official warning for sure. We'll put it in writing at some point once we get a contract to you.
It's on my laptop. I just haven't changed your name.
Yeah, he'll sign one that says D or Dave on it.
Yeah. Sign Toblers.
Yeah, okay. Sweet. I don't know where we're at. Let's keep
We're
going.
going to keep going because we're going to get some ads to do and I've got to have lunch.
Let's
and we're
go.
going to go.
Let's go. Can't hear anything.
Yeah, that's all right. It's just...
Tobler brought his Toblerone back in.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. After finishing it.
G'day, boys. Just
a weekend
finished
treat.
watching the latest Matty Johns podcast with the great Madge, Michael Maguire. Highly recommend watching it. A lot of chat about the new selection criteria for the New South Wales representative side. Apparently, we're going based on character. A lot of chat about character. And the underlying feature of the selection criteria is toughness. And it's got me thinking, are we in a new era? Is toughness the new hotness? Would love to get your thoughts on this. Manly forever, Para never. Prem soon.
That's interesting because I don't necessarily think that toughness and character are, they could be.
They're not the same thing.
But as in you might be of poor character,
but
you are a very tough motherfucker.
New South Wales has bred a lot of tough characters that have done questionable things.
Yes. And now we don't need to go into naming anyone.
I'm not going to name
We don't
anyone.
need to name people. Rugby league has it. Not just New South Wales. The game of rugby league, the great game, has had some players with questionable characters, but you couldn't question their toughness.
Plenty of blokes that have slipped into blue that are tough as fucking ox.
Yeah.
That have done some.
Well, that you could question their character.
Yes, you could. You could go, that's a weird thing to do.
I've never questioned your toughness.
No, absolutely not. Which is why what we're trying to say is that their toughness and character aren't the same thing.
No.
Completely different things, separate things, not the same thing.
They aren't mutually exclusive, but they are not necessarily you don't find them together all that often. Now, you could say a Cameron Murray, toughness, character, formed. Yes. Tom and Jake Trbojevic, toughness and character formed. Is he? I mean, who's he? Is that is he throwing shade at anyone there? Is he throwing shade by saying that? Just pick the best fucking players. But is he throwing shade at anyone? I'm not going to name anyone, but is he throwing shade at anyone?
There's people I can think of.
People I can think of that he might be throwing shade at.
There's people I can think of that aren't going to make the side next year based on that.
Yeah.
Or this year, rather. I'm not going to say who, but you can all have a think.
You can deduce who he.
Why don't you stop and think? Why don't you stop and think and have a think?
Stop right now.
And have a little think. Have a little think.
Yeah.
Did that work?
Yeah, it did.
It did work.
Stop right now. Have a little think. Have a little think. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
it works.
Nah, it's a good point you make there, mate. Let's move on. One more.
When John F. Kennedy was assassinated, his wife, Jacqueline Kennedy, left her blood-stained dress on because she wanted the world to see what they had done to her husband. Now, when the Dolphins scored the 6th try in a row, I vomited all over my Parramatta Eels jersey because I wanted the fans to see what that club had done to me.
Shit, that was. Listen, it was emotive. You could argue. You could argue a little bit over the line.
Was it OTT?
I get it. That's what rugby league means to some people.
Jacqueline Kennedy?
Blood on the dress?
Her husband's skull on the dress?
This guy threw up on his Parramatta jumper. I get it. Oh, well, I don't get it. I'm not a Parramatta fan, but like...
He's passionate.
He's passionate. I think we take that as a comment. We got one more because that was a quickie. It was a quickie.
Boys, Dribbler Damo. Just listening to the latest potty and about Fisher Harris going back to the Wars. Just thought that it should be brought up that there's another hyphenated name to the Warriors, so could be the move. Cheers.
Fuck, they're gonna have a few, aren't they?
Are we the whole side?
Can we just get their team up? Yep. Chanel Harris Tavita, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, Nickel Klogstad,
Fisher Harris,
Dallin Watene-Zelezniak, Fisher Harris. Is that it? Is there anyone we're missing? 5? Which is an extra 10 last names, if you think about it.
No, it's an extra 5.
No, but it's like they've got 2. So it's 5, like Fisher.
It's 10 total, but it's not an extra 10.
No, it's an extra. Sorry, it's an extra 5.
It's an extra 5.
There you go.
Okay, that's gone.
That's gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's officially no longer on the screen.
It came up for a second and then fucked off.
It's
Why
officially-
would that happen?
I don't know.
What would that be about?
I don't know.
Is that a Toblerone issue?
Seems like it might be. You know what I'm saying? Where do I watch Shogun, by the way?
Disney.
I have Disney. Did you watch Doom Part 2?
No, I was watching Shogun.
I know that. I thought maybe, yeah. Found some time. Dallin, Chance, Roger, Adam Fanua-Blake. I don't think we had him before. Keep going down. Okay, well, that was just that game day one, but then there is, yeah, okay, so they'll have at least 5 or 6, I think.
Adam Pom, P.
Oh, yeah. Zion Maui,
Jacob La, Ban. So they've got a few.
Yeah.
Keep going up.
Tom Ale.
Kurt Cape, Mitch Barn,
Okay, joke's over. All right, punters and dribblers, thank you very much for another week. Remember, hellosport.shop. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
6 p.m. tomorrow night, hellosport.shop. Hello Sport. The punters and dribblers hats, the white ones, back on sale. Also the rosé, back on sale. Only a couple of days left if you want to be in the running to play golf with Edwin and I. At Shorty's, got to get a 6-pack of rosé. Also at hellosport.shop. Fuck ya.
Bye-bye.
Could you two just not talk anymore?